Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the December 24th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. And happy Christmas Eve if you celebrate. Begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Begin a little time for myself. I'll just take a minute to look this over. It's beautiful. The question of the day is, how much do I value my opinion? Enough to share it? Good question. It's interesting because I was having different thoughts from reading the passage. Okay, so it refers to concept 5, quote, the rights of appeal and petition protect minorities and ensure that they be heard, unquote. That says that concept 5 says we have a right to a voice. We all have a right to a voice. And this person noticed that during a group conscience that they were part of the minority vote, but they were grateful that they had an opportunity to be heard. And this person is considered a minority because this person describes herself as an older Asian woman. And she says that she watched a movie as a child, and I know exactly what she's talking about, The Island of Misfit Toys. It's from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. But she realized that in Al-Anon, she definitely is not a misfit, and she feels at home and accepted. So today's reminder talks about everyone having a voice in Al-Anon. Thank goodness. And the quote is from Reaching for Personal Freedom. And it says that it's important for us to speak up for our self-esteem. And we are definitely encouraged to speak up in Al-Anon, but it's part of a process. It's not like an ego-driven thing. It's more of a humility, equanimity thing. It's like everyone has a voice. Everyone has the right to share their opinion. There will still be a vote, and the majority will still carry. So, and hopefully that's for the greater good. I've been to many, business meetings where different opinions are heard, and sometimes decisions are put off. It's not the kind of thing that I feel is ever rushed through. I feel like everyone can live with the decision, and actually not always. Sometimes people can't live with the decision and they feel very, very strongly about it, and they do what they need to do for themselves. Sometimes they will leave a meeting. and not attend anymore because they feel like things should go a certain way. But that's not always because the way the meeting is doing it wrong. Sometimes every situation is different, but sometimes it has to do with that person having really, really strong feelings within themselves and just not willing to bend to the amount that they need to bend in the group. So every situation is different, but back to the question, how much do I value my opinion enough to share it? Not always. How much do I value my opinion? It depends. Enough to share it sometimes. It depends. I'm working on it. The thing is this. This is the thing. There are certain things that I feel strongly about because I feel like I have like a really strong gut feeling, or I feel like I have enough information to have like a knowledgeable opinion about something. But a lot of things I just kind of feel a certain way, but there's no particular reason why I feel a certain way. I just do, or I don't feel that strongly about it. And in that case, I'm more reluctant to really value my opinion because like I'm not tied to it because I don't really know. And I'm definitely less likely to share it because like I'm not that informed. I don't really know. It's just like a feeling I have. Like if I'm having a casual conversation, I may say, yeah, I was thinking this, but I don't really know because I don't have that much information. And it's interesting because sometimes the things that I think I feel strongly about, I'll think about why I feel strongly about them. And then I realize that I really don't have a lot of information. So it's just like a gut, sometimes, and usually it's fear. Usually something I find like, oh my gosh, like that's jarring, that's frightful. And then I try to go deeper, like, why do I feel that way? No reason. I think I read something that was shocking or I heard something that was shocking and like I had some kind of reaction to it when in fact it was just based on someone's use of words or trying to attract attention to what they were saying or whatever. But on the other hand, if I feel strongly about something, I will share it if I feel like I'm in a safe area to share it. I'm trying to become better at expressing my opinion about things that I care about, like in an appropriate way without getting like overexcited. I'm working on that. So how about you? How much do you value your opinion? Enough to share it? It's good questions there, as usual. And moving on now. All right, I basically opened right up to the page, and there's a tab on it. Okay, I'm going to take a minute to look this over. Ah, what a great page. Really great page. All right. Hey, this is about paying attention to our own behavior, thoughts, and feelings. By focusing on ourselves, we acknowledge things that they are. We look at options to us. We don't focus on others and what options are available to others. We consider what is within our power to do instead of expecting others to do. That way, problems have a better chance of being resolved, and we lead more manageable lives. Today's reminder: if we find ourselves in a difficult situation, we can assess the situation and determine our options. We won't wait for other people to change. We'll focus on ourselves. And the quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it basically says, we can only bring peace to ourselves. Nobody else, nothing else, only we are responsible for our own peace. That's beautiful. So it's a good reminder. It's also, we have other pages that say, don't be afraid to ask for help. This is different than don't be afraid to ask for help. This is focusing on what we can do. So it's kind of like empowering ourselves, empowering me to figure out what is in my control, what can I do, what will work best for me. So I love that reminder. That's really, really beautiful. Now we'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Before I end the video, I just want to, I was thinking of it while I was breathing, that I just want to mention that there are usually several Al-Anonathons going on in person and online. So if you look up Al-Anonathons in your area, I'm sure you will find some in case you are looking for extra meetings during Christmas. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.